life. Life is real, and life keeps lifing no matter what's going on around us, often taking on forms that seem unfamiliar, uncomfortable, and absolutely unfair. But lifing has a way of often exploding in our face, often left with the feelings of not knowing what to do, where to go, left with pain and suffering, despair and doubt. Life can take on a shape all of its own, with or without our permission. Unpredictable, you could say. That's just how life is. It happens. It does not always turn out as we plan. How often have you yourself found yourself far from where you intended to be? Have you ever honestly experienced where life transforms from one thing to another, from good to bad, or from worse to better? I have experienced both good and bad, things so life-altering that I had to seek wisdom and counsel, including therapy. And what I found to be true and heard often was this one word: transform. My thought was like, transform? Are you kidding? I need answers, solutions, systems, paths, programs, and help for what I am feeling at this moment and for where I am. Yet, as I researched, I realized there's something deeper here to consider. Have you ever seen the movie Transformers? I watched it only because my kids were fascinated about how a thing or person could change their form or nature. And I thought to myself, that's it. That's how life is. Regardless of what we face, we all can be transformers. Transformed from no longer being defined by what we do or what's happening to us or what's happened to us. Think about it. Have you ever had that experience? Have you ever desired real change in your life? Well, most change comes from inspiration or desperation. I want to share a story with you. There was a young woman who had found great success, thriving, striving at the top of her field, doing what she was purposed to do, growing, equipping, and developing people, transforming lives, a serial entrepreneur, an author, a speaker, a media personality before the internet, a wife, and a mother. She became an influential, powerful, prominent member of the community, living the American dream. Then one day, her empire crumbled. She went from the top of the mountain to the deepest of valleys, suffering in silence, in darkness, experiencing shame and public humiliation, an overwhelming loss of everything. And I do mean everything: marriage, relationships, business, money, community status and standing, and everything else in between that you could imagine. Canceled in culture, her entire life in disarray. Divorced, a single mom, no child support, no alimony. Yet somehow she reached deep down inside while navigating her own crisis, transforming her mind in order to rise up out of the ashes. That young woman was me. Now, please understand, this was all before the crisis management teams and the real life Olivia Popes, but navigated with overwhelming daily cycles of having to deal with the media, going from being a prominent wife to a prison wife, thrown into a public scandal, I had to make a choice to quit or to transform in public view. First, my own self, then my children's lives, mostly because they needed comfort and protection and security and guidance and stuff, like food and shelter and clothing. And then those that I was called to serve. It was unbelievable, yet responsibility for others has a way of causing you to transform. It took 10 years before I could ever sit and actually do a public interview. But it was during those 10 years that life taught me powerful lessons. I found transformation to be the only way a dramatic change could take place. For you see, the goal is to create a better you and to change how you live by going beyond where you are. And it doesn't matter if you're from the penthouse or the projects, the principles, when applied, work. All of us have something that might need to be transformed in 10 seconds, 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days. I just don't want you to take 10 years. What can you do now in life, relationally, vocationally, emotionally, mentally? You fill in the blank. But I'd like to share today the principles I learned on how to truly transform by using the word transform. The first thing is T, transform your energy. You can do that immediately from where you are and what you feel each and every moment. If you are negative and sad, learn to immediately shift your mind to be positive and glad. A former Essence magazine editor once said to me, thoughts have power. Thoughts are energy. And you can make your world or break it by your own thinking. I agree and I live it daily. R, release yesterdays. Release everything from your past, from your yesterday. Can you change anything right now from the past? No, but you can change today, and the right change today can transform your tomorrow. A, abandon negativity. Believe things will get better. When things get dark, it's tough, but we all have an inner strength to pull from. It will require a different type of personal engagement for you to build your mental fortitude. But you can abandon negativity and confront fears and insecurities. How? By taking action. Get up, wash your face, get dressed, exercise, eat right. Take inventory of what you need to abandon. Write it down, but also write down a positive affirmation to counteract the negativity. That can be done now. N, nurture your soul. Take time to rest and reset. Care for your inner self. See, your inner recovery is vital to your survival. If you do not rest and reset, you possibly might not recover. So give yourself permission to recover from the inside out and don't cheat the process. S, solitude. Now, I know it can be hard to be alone, yet it's in the quiet place that you escape the noise and distractions and you gain clarity and peace and ideas and solutions. No music, no books, no TV, no nothing. In fact, anything that is not in alignment with your transformation, it must be tabled. Now, you can get to it, not just right now. For now, just you in a place existing without expectation from anyone or anything. Learn to savor solitude and use it to your advantage. F, transform yourself and others. Forgiveness is a decision. It's for your growth. So ditch the hurt, drop the anger, eradicate the resentment and vengeance, and embrace forgiveness. Forgive those who have wronged you, and then forgive yourself and move forward liberated. Ask yourself this question: if I don't let go and move forward, who or what is controlling my life? Oh, own where you are, accept where you are, knowing that you don't have to stay there contrary to public opinion. Own it, process it, shift your perspective, heal, do the work, transform, or rebuild. I thought all was lost. I thought it was over, but it wasn't. But I took what was left and worked at rebuilding upon my solid, firm foundation, disciplining myself to move beyond my emotions and my fears. So you can focus on what you need now. You can determine what's left. I want you to remember what worked well, because if you did something great before, you have the ability right now within to do it again, and this time to do it even better. Just push up your sleeves and get to work. Why? So that you can manifest your future. You got to learn how to speak encouraging words to yourself now and to your future self. And you keep doing it until you metamorphosize, just like a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Just don't stop until you experience true transformation. You see, real transformational success authentically occurs when change in mindset and action, what you do and how you do it, actually occurs. It's a process we all can take to bring about change in our lives. I learned transformation through my trauma. Let's look at it this way. I went ahead of you to be able to share with you today so that you can start now. Allow my 10 years of experience to serve as a guide that when action is taken, if it's just for 10 seconds, 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days, 10 months, I just don't want you to take 10 years. You can transform. Why? Because life will keep lifing, and transformation will absolutely be required. How will you transform your life in 10? Thank you.